Next up, we've got items, and the first two things on the item list are basic crafting stations and reinforced crafting stations. Basic is 300 gold, and you get 20 uses. A reinforced crafting station gets 100 uses for 1200 gold. So much better value, obviously, but still not cheap. What do you think, guys? Brock, what have you purchased any crafting stations?
Not since the release of the game
Mhm.
and the latest patch before in beta.
Mm.
I did in the past just because I was making a lot of baits.
Yeah.
And so with the removal of bait creation, and we're going to get to that in a moment, I think, basically I don't craft as much anymore. And when I do craft, I have a certain limit because of how much bag space you've got. I don't need extra crafting stations right now. It might be different for other players that want to craft more stuff, but I'm holding off at the moment just because I don't need to craft anything. Like, there's no urgency. I've crafted everything already.
Yeah.
So maybe it's situational to me that I already have a good kind of consumable base.
Yeah.
But if you don't, and you find that waiting an hour and a half or however long it takes to craft some of the longer stuff, a second one isn't too bad.
Yeah. What do you think, Sergeant?
Oh,
dear Lord. Okay.
There's me and my 3 reinforced crafting stations. Yeah, Brock, I agree with you. And these are all, I think, pre-full release purchased. I have them around for when I'm doing like an intense play session, and I know I'm going to be churning through my oils or potions if I decide to do that, right?
Yeah.
So not all the time, but if you're going out for like 2 or 3 hours, and you need to be able to generate stuff faster because you need those consumables, then maybe. But that's about the only time I ever use them now.
Like I
need
can
a lot
see
of stuff fast.
I can see value in them if you want, but I've survived with one. I've been playing for months with one. Getting the second one, like as I said, they have dropped as rewards for leveling up, and I'll use the 20 uses just there and there. Like I won't hold. In the past, maybe I would have held on to those for whatever reason, but now it's just like there's no real reason. If you've got the resources, you may as well just craft whatever oils or potions. I'm kind of OCD. I try and keep 5 of each thing all the time. So if like one drops to 4 or 3, I immediately have to craft it back up to 5 again. So. I think they're really subjective if you need them or not. Next, we're going to move on to monster bait, and this is kind of a controversial one because pre-launch, this bait was craftable. It was craftable by monster type, so you could craft insectoid bait, ogroid bait, all that stuff. And as I said, because it was craftable, it sort of meant that you didn't have to pay. The pay to win argument comes up here because now. Baited Nematon or Nemata, give better XP. Am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong, gents. They do.
Yeah, they give better XP, but that's because they can summon from a higher tier set of monsters.
Yes.
So yeah.
So essentially now what you have to do is pay 200 gold to increase the chance that you'll get to be able to flesh out your beastry a little bit better. So there is that element to pay to complete. It's like it's taking advantage of the OCD people out there, the people who must collect all the monsters. So I suppose my question is not more about have you spent money on bait. You probably haven't because you were lucky enough to have crafted it, same as myself. And we talked about this offline before, where we basically have been sitting on bait. I actually don't use my bait because I'm kind of hoping for a period where they might reintroduce crafting bait. What do you think? Should I just use my bait and get it over? Is there a reason to hold on to it? And then I suppose the second question is for the free to play player or the pay to win player or whatever, should they buy bait? I don't know. Tarax, do you want to take that first?
I would definitely hang on to any that you have now. If for no other reason, then there are going to be those days where you can only get to 1 Nematon or 2, right? And you want to get your 3 daily. Again, no help to you if you're coming in fresh and you don't have these things because you're paying more than you're gaining. But right now, if you've got them, I would definitely hang on to them for those situations where you can't get to extra Nematons.
A lot of the people watching this video are not lucky enough to have access to soft launch, so maybe that conversation is not relevant to them. So then I suppose I'm going to or Habrock, what do you think then for 200 gold? Should people spend gold on bait?
Well, there's no reason to spend the gold on a bait because it's not part of a quest. It doesn't convey you any benefit other than experience points and adding a few monsters to a bestiary. And so a monster bait right now looks like it's something they've implemented for the future, possibly. If you're looking pre-launch, you could craft individual monster baits for different monster types.
Now we're finished with pre-launch. Finished with pre-launch.
Right.
So people
Current
watching this video are like, "Look at these! Oh, my diamond shoes are too tight, and my hundreds don't fit in my wallet anymore." They don't give a shit about our problems.
All right. Monster baits, it draws from a random pool, and so you don't know what you're going to get.
Yep.
So you might not always beat them.
Yeah.
And since the rewards for an Ematon are 50 gold, that's a net loss of 150.
Yeah.
And so I don't see the point right now with the monster bait.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they bring back craftable monster bait. The price disparity seems a bit high. And this is just one of those if you want to challenge yourself type things. But like I said, there's 0 point to a bait right now other than adding to your bestiary.
Yep.
It offers no benefit to the actual final gameplay.
Yeah, I think I disagree because for some people, completing that bestiary is going to be the thing they eventually get into the game for, right? so to me, 200 coins for a chance at something, to pull something rare, and the drop rate, if you're looking for like a legendary out of those baits, is not high.
Yeah.
I think I've run through a number of them, and I think I've seen maybe 2 legendaries out of baits. So if anything is pay to win in this game, or pay to complete, I guess, then it feels like monster baits to me because there are always guaranteed way to pull something a bit more unusual and rarer than you would normally find.
I think
if there was if there was a different kind of reward out of it, something a bit more tangible, like a trinket or something like that, that you just post on your wall, then I'd probably lean more towards it. But right now, for completing your bestiary, you will just run around and find monsters eventually anyway.
Yeah. So I think what we're kind of in agreement is like it's how much of a completionist you are probably means how much more you value bait right now. I think bait and, as we talked earlier on, summoning scrolls are like the closest I can think of to like random packs. A lot of games do the kind of random packs thing. They're like the closest I can think that this game has to those like random pack mechanic. Next up in the item list is the pouches and the basically the inventory space. I might just take this one really quickly. It's a trap. It's a trap. Everyone immediately goes, I need more bag space, I need more bag space. And then you, like, within minutes, fill that bag space. You can have 1,000, you can have 10,000 inventory space, and you will fill it, and you will still be at 9,999, and you will be like, oh, what do I delete now? I have to delete some of this, and oh man, I don't have enough roots, so therefore I have to delete some Ogroid remains or something. You know what I mean? I have 1,000 Ogroid remains. Right, delete 850. You know what I mean? That's this game is almost like inventory management. The game for most of us at the moment. So investing gold for me personally I bought 1 or 2. Like I have 400 space, and I don't think I need any more. Like I think I have enough potions and oils and ingredients ready to go for when I craft again. There's Cirilla. Hey, Cirilla. I don't know. Tarax, what do you think?
I mean, I think it kind of depends on the cycle with which you play the game. If you've got long periods where you're stuck at home or stuck somewhere where you can't do anything but craft, maybe you want a bit more space so that you can stock up on monster parts and all of that stuff. And then, if you've got nothing better to do but craft for, I don't know, a day or so, then you're going to need that bag space just to be able to manage that better. Look, I bought the lot, right? I like the space. I'm a hoarder. I need to have, X amount of oils and potions, even if I never use them. Yeah. But that's just me.
Guys and girls, thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you have the time, feel free to check out the other videos you might see on screen right now. Also, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe if you want to see more good content like this. That good content may not be that good.